Yo, how's it going, everyone? Yeah, that's right. I had said in the lesson for Legend of Zelda, in fact, I should make one of those little shorts. Uh, is it Fish or is it Legend of Zelda? Right, Brian? I mean, the early Fish does sound a lot like video game music when it's not like 8-bit digitized. Listen to that again. You got to admit, it does kind of sound like Fish. But then it would have to be like let's see. Just kidding around. Anyway, want to thank you guys for continuing to support Marty Music. I took some time off from the live streams. Really appreciate all your support. I had all kinds of stuff going on. Anyway, I want to thank Brian here for coming back and hanging out. Say it out loud, Brian. What's up?
Hello, everybody.
All right. Good to see you, man.
Hey, Josh Narco. I missed you.
Hey, MB1, I'll give you a shout out, but you can stop doing the comments. I mean, I can go there and click you and block you, but I saw the comment, so let's just cool it now, please. Love ya. I'm going to give you a chance. Love ya.
Peace and love. Peace and love. I will not be answering spam after the year. Peace and love.
Okay, so yes, thank you for the continued support. I'm going to talk about pentatonic exercises, and at martymusic.com I have a free pentatonic exercise course. But something, I'll just go to the key of A, and I've got the classic A minor pentatonic run. So you've got 3 and 5 on the E string. This is the key of A. 3 and 5 on the A string. And then slide up. So you have one position right here. And then you slide up, and now you have the home row position. But then you can slide up from there. Hey, Nathan Fielden, thanks for the support, buddy. Okay. I slide up here, and now I'm in a third position. So you have 8 and 10 on the B, 8 and 10 on the high E, with this little transition note on the G from 7 to 9. Then you've got the home row, but then you've got 3, 5, 3, 5 on the E and A string. So one thing that you can work on is, one, you've just got the run to practice. All caps. Henry J says, Marty, if you have this on a video, I will buy. I do. Go to martymusic.com. But you could do, like, if you wanted to just really learn point A to point B of lead guitar like this, I have lead guitar phase 1, which is intro, phase 2, which is a lot of this stuff, and then phase 3 is putting it together into licks. But so here's the thing. Practice over and over the E run. In other words, the root's on the E string. Just over and over, you can practice that. Yes, so you can do that. But on top of that, you can look at the 3 spots of it. So one spot there, then you have the spot here. Then you have the other spot up here with the little transitions. So what I recommend is, one thing, practice the up and down of the run, but then stop in each of these 3 positions of it and just stay there and try and come up with patterns. Patterns, you can just repeat little spots. So I'm going to do that right now, but I'm going to pick some kind of groove here. Trying to think of what's a good A like groove. I'm trying to think what I could do. Okay, so that was the idea there. But then let's just learn a little lick concept right now. We're going to do, this is all the A minor pentatonic. We're going to do the 7th fret G string to 5th fret. Like that. And then 7th fret on the D string, which is that root. Like that. But then we're just going to change the first note of the lick to the 5th fret of the B string. So now we would have the 5th fret B to 5th fret G. Exact same lick, different first note. So 7, 5 on the G, 7 on the D. So the next one, 5 on the B, 5 on the G. And then the next one note up the pentatonic, which would be 8th fret B, and then 5G to 7D. So it's just the first note changing. Watch again. So that's just a pattern I just came up with right now. Here it is again. So exploring a little concept like that. But then I can use the run, that pentatonic run, to climb into that idea, and I can go up above it and below it, and then back to the idea. So I'm combining the run with the one idea. But let's say I had 3 ideas and the run. Now you're improvising with more ideas. But I like to use the run to connect the various ideas. So, for example, so I could go. So in other words, I did the idea, or I could go up to it. You can put those ideas together. And then also, like I said before, just staying in one spot. So look at the 8 to 10 on the B string there, and then the 8 to 10 on the high E. And then if you're just going to stay there, then you put your middle finger on the 9 of the G. And any piece of that you can repeat, and you will get an idea. So look, just repeating 3 notes of it. Or here, this is a really good one. That'd be starting on the 8 of the high E, 10 on the B, 9 on the G, and just repeat that. All right, so I'm going to play a blues, and I want you to play the A minor pentatonic. And if you don't know it well, just stay in one of those little spots. All right, I'm going to play this, and I want you to play along with me. Brian, any important questions?
Definitely.
Okay, what Brian's going to help.
UDOS says he's gotten pretty good at major and minor pentatonic. He wants to know what's the next step.
What's the next step after knowing the major and minor pentatonic? Well, combining them is like kind of a never-ending journey. But of course, learning the major scale and all the shapes of the major scale, which means learning the modes, you definitely want to know those. I mean, there's so much more than just knowing pentatonics. Pentatonics are still going to be the strongest for soloing, but just becoming a better musician, better guitar player, you want to map out the major scale and all the positions up and down the neck. Brian, another question.
That was a good one. Is sequencing a lick a good way to practice moving between pentatonic positions?
Oh, I see that. Ronald Dulac, how are you? Is sequencing a lick? Yeah, for sure. I have to say yes to that. But I can't really get more in depth. All right, one more from Brian.
Have you seen the Dungeons and Dragons movie?
I just watched the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Did you watch the?
I haven't. Should I?
It's really good, Brian. You really, especially Brian, since Brian played so much Dungeons and Dragons, he would really like it because it's in truly by people that played it and that are fans of it. There's a quick, little cameo by Tom Morello in it. Yeah. No, there's just like an arena battle thing, and they like cut to the audience, and he's just like in the audience, but it's like obviously him. So that was funny. But if anyone like my Gen Xers out there, which Brian is and I am, we're Gen X. There was a great show that started a lot of careers for people that are hugely successful now. Freaks and Geeks. Did you watch that, Brian? Freaks and Geeks is an amazing show. but you'll like this. The little kids on the show were played Dungeons and Dragons on the show, right? But in real life, Dungeons and Dragons wasn't as popular anymore. When that was like the late '90s, early 2000s, early 2000s. Yeah, Freaks and Geeks was early 2000s. So the actors, the child actors, learned how to play Dungeons and Dragons for real, for the character and everything. And the one of the actors is named Sam Levine. However, the main actor that was the little brother character, his name's John Daly, but his character's name was Sam on the show. That actor, John Daly, is one of the directors of the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Yeah. So there's a great connection to anything like that. If you played the Dungeons and Dragons video game, Brian, in the arcade, so you could pick your warrior, your character. Oh, I'm thinking of Gauntlet. Yeah, but no, what's the video game? Oh, no, you're saying Dragon's Lair though. That's not Dungeons and Dragons either. No, that's Dragon's Lair. Yeah, Dragon's Lair. Yeah, don't worry, I know that for sure. 100% hot. 100% positive on that. Anyway, yeah, but so anyway, the main actor from Freaks and Geeks is one of the co-directors of the Dungeons and Dragons movie. I did a lot of traveling this month. That's why I took a break from live streams and just needed a break from it anyway. But I watched that movie on the plane, and okay, yeah. So there was something that reminded me of Gauntlet in it because they were going through mazes, and there's like one of each character, and there was little treasure chests that were like around that did different things and had different weapons in them and stuff. So that was classic. And then there was a Dungeons and Dragons Saturday morning cartoon that when they're in the maze scene, there's like other characters there that are just random, but they're the live action version of the cartoon characters. And they're just like standing there. They're not like they're not in the story. They're just like also there. Yeah, they're them. Yeah, which was really cool. And then there were like they put a lot of thought into the creatures that they showed and the gel cube. Was that a thing, Brian? Yeah. Okay, so that's in it. Yeah, but you're familiar with gelatin. Yeah, so that owl bear, that's in it. I mean, all the things that like are the like real classic stuff is in there. So I recommend it. I think even if you didn't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, it's a actually really entertaining movie. It's way funnier and just more entertaining than it even needed to be. So yeah. Were doggy doo doo, or as Jamie Tot would say, that's poopy. Mark Malanafi is asking about triplets. You got to just say the word triple 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 triple. So if I play the A blues scale, triple triple. Triple. MB says, great show in New York City. Mark from Philly. Mark, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I had a great time. Anyone that watches this video that happened to be there at the New York show, I really, really appreciate it. It was really fun. Yeah, there's going to be videos posted from that. I had 3 cameras there. Let's see. I had random people come up and jam, and that worked amazing. A little kid named Axel came up and played Highway to Hell. It was so cool. A woman came up and played Hey Joe. The fact that there was any woman there was a great thing. But bunt guitar joke there. In fact, I was like, "Does anyone not play guitar in the audience?" And it was just one woman raised her hand, and she was like, with her husband or something. And I was like, "No, oh, it's too late. You shouldn't have come. It's a disease." And then I played. But yeah, I had such a great time. And then a teenager won an Epiphone Les Paul that was amazing. Are there any new updates to the Eric Krasno Masterclass course? Not in the last month, but before that, we definitely added some stuff to it. Hey, Kathy was the one. Kathy and her daughter were there. So yes, huge shout out to Kathy. We played Hey Joe together, and it was really, really fun. Thank you for coming, Kathy, and thank you for jamming out, and thank you for watching the live stream right now. You are a superstar. Superstar. Appreciate it. And Josh Norco, thanks for the super chat. Okay, yeah, so that was the other cool thing. Because I just brought random people up to play, like Kathy and Axel. I knew the whole time, and I had actually invited Adam and the Metal Hawks, the band AMH band, Adam and the Metal Hawks, AMH. They do a lot of funny videos, but they're a great, young, amazing band, actually. And then he also can do like a whole Jack Black thing, like a Jack Black tribute personality. But he's really his own thing, too. But they kind of can't help. But anytime they do a Jack Black kind of thing, it does so well. It's kind of can't help to keep doing it. And honestly, I'm a huge Jack Black fan as well. He's a huge inspiration to me, as well as Tenacious D. I mean, all of that. I love it as well. So we have both have a common affinity for that. And I had met them a couple years ago when I was in Long Island, where I was working with D'Addario, and that's where they are based, in Long Island. So when I knew I was playing in New York, many months ahead, I contacted Adam and said, "Hey, I'm gonna bring random people up. But will you be one of them?" And it'll just be like a plant, and I'll pretend that I call you up, and then we got to do the Tenacious D thing, and then we'll play whatever rock song you want to play. So he recommended Tie Your Mother Down by Queen. I was like, awesome, great. So I learned that. And then so when the show came, I was like, who else? And I looked over to the side. I was like, hey, you right there. You're really rocking out. Who are you? You come on up. And then, but it was, a couple people asked me if that was by chance or not. And I said, no. I invited him, but we were just playing along. But so he came up, and then from there, I played the classic Tenacious D thing that he can do so well. I think he does it so well that it inspired Tenacious D to now start playing that song. They wouldn't do that one live because it's too hard to sing it, but Adam can do it. So I think Jack was like, "Oh, maybe we should do it." But anyway, obviously we love Tenacious D. I'm gonna play right now. I am not from Long Island. No, I am from the OC Southern California is where I'm from. Oh yeah, so we did the Tenacious D thing, and then what was really cool is the band, the Metal Hawks, as in Adam and the Metal Hawks. the guy that won the Boss Katana is a huge Adam fan. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, so I gave away a 2x12 Boss Katana, and I was worried because it was New York City and people were like taking the subway and stuff. And I was like, and it was a total random drawing. And so I gave away this big Boss Katana, and I was like, oh man, like, I don't know if Kathy, for instance, would have been able to bring it home. So the winner of that was like happy to grab it. Like he took that thing and ran. I mean, he was stoked. So that was perfect. The guy that won the Epiphone couldn't have been more perfect. A young student, just stoked to play. So that was just so awesome. But yes, the whole Metal Hawks came out to support. I didn't want to. I would have loved to have had them the whole time, but I decided to just invite Adam in case if only two of the guys could have made it, then it wouldn't have worked, and then it would make it complicated. So I just invited Adam to make sure he can make it. He can make it, and then the band all was like, yes, and let's go for it. And so I had the whole band come up. They were worried about like infringing on my band because most of the Metal Hawks are literally like a year out of high school, but we were in our we're in our 40s and 30s. And even late 20s. My drummer is late 20s. Shout out to Jeff Malone. And my bass player was early 30s. But the rest of the core guys were in our 40s. Anyway, where was I even going with that? Anyway, everything about it was awesome. Was there any other point I was making? The Metal Hawks were, yeah. So, like, because they're, like, 20 years old, they worry more about like, oh, like, are we fronting on the other band and, battle of the bands and all that. And I was like, nah. My guys want to go get a drink. Or they're stoked. Like, Jamie Allensworth, like, takes the song off, goes to the bar. That, he's ready to go. Yeah, that was the only point I was making. It was like, no. Please. Please come up. So we played such an amazing riff. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys. Support was welcomed and appreciated. Let's see. Oh, big announcement. There'll be more big announcements, but yeah, actually, there's a couple big announcements that I can't even say. But one big announcement is I have my own Epiphone ES335 Cherry Red with my personal specs and everything. Signature Epiphone ES335 coming out in August. So that's a big deal. I'm excited for that. I just came out with a brand new beginner course for electric guitar, which I'd never done. I know all you guys watching are already beyond beginner electric guitar players, but you could recommend it for people that are interested in playing electric guitar. That's all martymusic.com. Also, watch out for, once again, it goes without saying, but there's scams and imposters all over the place. They just go from one thing to the other. The thing that I've been hearing about a lot the last couple of days is on Facebook. Just accounts that have basically copied my photographs and my headshot, just cloned it basically. And then, they're going to reach out to you, and then eventually at some point they're going to ask you for money or something. It's just not me, I'm so sorry. I block, report, but do what I can. But just, martymusic.com is the only website that I have anything to do with. I mean, I just saw this website called martyschwartzguitar.com or something like that. Or just something with my image, picture, blah, 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 and a bunch of videos. So I don't know anything about that. So, and then, obviously here on YouTube, there was a bunch going on where it was like, telegram me. Hey, friend, telegram me. Some like Russian message site or something so I just got to say, look out, Instagram, I've got the blue check mark. Facebook, I have the blue check mark. TikTok, 500,000 followers wouldn't give me the blue check mark. Who knows about that stuff?
Yeah, the only place you ask for money is if they want to purchase something at Marty Music.
Yeah, martymusic.com. The course is there, so
Otherwise, you will not be requesting money.
I'm not going to just message you and ask you for money. And martymusic.com is the only email that would be sent by me, martymusic.com. But yeah, so look out for all that. And then if you are, well, I'd like to know where you're watching from in case I do some more live stuff. I'd love to know. So let me know there. Josh Norco, who commented right now, I appreciate your support. But he was actually at the New York show. So that was awesome to see him again. Nice shout out. I tried to give him a good shout out. Ozzy Farrow, always good to see you. Ted Fitzgerald in Santa Cruz. Bertus is Dutch. Columbus, Ohio, Joseph Furneaux. Iowa, Germany, Richmond, Long Island, right by Farmingdale, Kathy. Yeah. Elberton, Georgia. Nice. Cincinnati, Florida, Germany again. That's great. Danke. Thank you. Mississippi, Florida, Maine, Denver, Turkey. Wow, that's amazing. North Carolina, Blake Sloves, yeah. Blake Sloves, Aaron, Mark Melanafi, Jones Beach, yeah. L says, "What's my favorite solo?" So we'll see you guys soon. I'm going to be doing another event in late June. I think it's it's either the 21st or the 28th. I mean, I'll announce more about it as it comes. But anyway, around the third week of June, I'll be doing another event at the Gibson Garage in Nashville, Tennessee. And the last one was the best one yet. Tons of people came up. I had a rhythm section, so you could play with a band, you could play with me. So that was really, really fun. So look out for that. I'll be doing another event in Nashville in August around the time of my Epiphone Signature 335 releasing. I will definitely be planning some kind of event around that. And then, man, oh yeah, also the June 8th and 9th, I will be a part of the GoPro Mountain Games in Vail, Colorado. So anyone that's into that kind of stuff, I'll be in Vail, Colorado, June 8th and 9th, hanging around. So anyone doing that, I'll hope to meet you. But yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, I announce most of that stuff on there. I also have a newsletter at martymusic.com, and free courses over there as well. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going, keep doing my thing. What's fun is, I'm not forcing any of you to watch. Right, Brian? No one is forced. It's that easy. No, I really appreciate you guys. So we'll see you again.